Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to Won't You Be My Neighbor, the greatest real estate podcast on the internet. I'm your host, Brandon from Vegas. Besides me is my forever co-host, Mr. Bill Gaylord. Bill, how you doing today?
That's bad.
We're never going to get that.
Never.
One of these days, man. And on the other side, we have Alexandra. Don't call her Alex.
Nope.
And today,
Don't call her Alex.
don't you dare call her
No.
Alex.
No.
And today we are back with more $1 million homes, Vegas versus LA. But first, Bill, I heard you have a tip of the day for us.
I have a tip of the day. Okay, tip of the day. Nevada, which is including Las Vegas, #1 growth state in the country. Job
Number
growth.
one.
Number one. Over Texas, over Florida, over Idaho,
Utah too,
Utah
yeah.
too. Everybody.
That's
all 50 states.
the office thing.
Wow.
One of the number one calls that I get or reach outs on social media that I get are people like, well, Brandon, we want to move to Vegas. Are there jobs out there? The answer is yes. We are
There's
the
jobs.
number one, not number two. It's the opposite of Nevada's, some of the other things in our state. We are number one in job growth. That includes
Wow.
Instagram girls, Mark Wahlbergs, and people who work serious jobs. All right. So
It's coming. Everybody is coming here.
yes.
It's a great
That's
place.
a great statistic.
Isn't that great? You
Yeah.
like that?
I'm surprised.
But with all the people moving here for the new
Makes
jobs,
sense.
that means the real estate market is going to
Gonna
get
go.
even more competitive. And a lot of the people moving here, let's be honest, are from California.
100%.
So one of the things we're doing for you guys is showing you a direct comparison of Las Vegas homes versus California homes or Los Angeles homes. So today, Bill has added an extra level to our comparisons. We're going to give you guys a Vegas home at $1 million. Then Bill has found a house that's the same size in California, so you guys can see the price difference. Then he's found a house that's the same price in California, so you guys can see the size difference. So let's start with the Vegas home we have today.
Let's look at the homes.
I want to point out first that we're all dressed like we're going someplace different.
I was someplace different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where were you?
Okay.
I was at Las Vegas Pitch.
What's Las Vegas Pitch?
Las Vegas Pitch is where realtors come together. They pitch their listings to other realtors, and we present, and they try and sell their homes.
I'm a realtor. That sounds like something that I should go to.
You do.
That sounds fantastic. So what do we have here today on the screen? 7083 Falabella Ridge Avenue. Okay, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89131, an area code, zip code that I am very fond of. I was just showing homes there earlier today. It's 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and 2,800 square feet. The most important thing is take a look at this backyard. This house is sitting on upwards of 10 to 12,000 square feet. It is absolutely incredible.
It's a beautiful home.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love
Big
all the
price cut on
upgrades,
that
too.
one, too.
yeah. Look at the
That
inside,
backsplash, yeah.
right? When you walk into this home, Alex, if you were a buyer, right?
Alexandra.
Don't call her Alex. It's
Just
Alexandra.
letting you know. Well, look at the pink door. Yeah,
Alexandra, you're a wife. You're a
I am.
mother.
I am.
You're walking through this home. What do you see? What do you feel?
It feels like this is a home that people have lived in. It may be staged, but it doesn't feel staged. So when I see that, it means to me that this is somebody that has put their love, their attention into this home, which means that when you're buying a home that has I would say primary owner, doesn't have to be the primary owner, but these don't look like renters, which means that they've taken care of the home. So that's something that I like to see. You know, who's taking care of the home? What does it look like? Is it going to be a home that's you're gonna like open a door and like the whole closet fall out or something
Yeah.
like that? So, you know, you can tell they've entertained. This looks like a family lives here, someone that's a wife and a mom. I also want to move into a home that's had a family in it. I mean, look at that bar set up. I can sit there and watch my son and his friends just swim. I don't have to go anywhere. Look at that. Look at that pool. It's an oasis.
It's nice enough for you to have a kids pool party,
Yes.
and then at night have an adult
right.
pool party, right? Like it
Oh,
fits.
look at the, yeah.
The aerial
nice
view.
That's cool.
The aerial view really, if you're watching on the podcast, I know some people listen to it,
Mhm.
but if you're watching the podcast on YouTube and you can see the aerial view of the house, this is absolutely spectacular. It's in a single story ranch style home neighborhood. So you have none of that two-story,
Yeah.
single-story mix. Everybody's got the same kind of views.
And I'm liking what it backs up to, a bunch of palm trees. I don't know what's on the other side of that. We can't tell, but it's something like my husband cannot have anything behind us when we buy homes. And I think that that might work for him.
Why do you think your husband does that? Why do you
I
think he
don't
doesn't want anything behind
know.
his home?
I don't know. I don't know where that comes from.
Huh.
What, Robert?
Submit to the new, probably.
I don't know. It doesn't bother me to have things back up to us, but that would work for him.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with a comparable house in Los Angeles. Bill,
Yeah.
when you found this house, one of your big goals was to show people the differences between California in price, because that's a major reason why people are moving here. You need those jobs because houses in California have become such a price that maybe the job you've been working for the past 10, 15 years no longer fits the budget, right?
Yeah, and as you know, I mean, we see a lot of people come here from Los Angeles. They're finding homes here, and they're trying to figure out what can they buy.
Mhm.
If they're looking at something in California for $1 million, and they're getting what they get here, this is what you have to pay in Los Angeles to get a similar priced home in Las Vegas. This one's almost 1.5 million. It's almost the identical, same bed, same bath, 3,085 square feet, a little bit larger than the one in Las Vegas. Beautiful home, right? And it backs up. It's got a nice presentation in the front, vegetation, nice home, very similar, looks like similar
Aerial
size,
views,
Yep.
nice.
aerial views.
Nothing backs up. My husband would like that.
Yeah.
You think you would like that one, huh?
Well,
Yeah.
nothing that backs up.
Okay.
to
Well,
it.
I think you've done a good job here with the comparison, because a lot of buyers don't take lot size and backyard into the house, right?
Mhm.
They're like, well, these houses are the same. Well,
This
no.
is a 3,500 square foot home.
Yeah.
I want the 3,500.
No, your house has a 10,000 square foot lot. This one's got half that, right?
Right.
The land is really the expensive part of the
Right.
process.
Right.
So I think you've done a great job here with the comparable, because we're not just matching in size, bedrooms, all that. You're also matching in the lot. You're getting the same type of
Mhm.
backyard.
And outdoor living. And that's something that you don't necessarily think about Las Vegas. You go, oh, it's so hot, but we have some beautiful weather here. There's like 6 weeks that, don't go outside and entertain unless it's 9 p.m. But the rest of the year, you really can go outside just like you can in California. And so experiencing the outdoors as well is something to consider when looking at a home.
Sure. And then go through this house really quickly for me, Robert. Just the interior sections of it. So when we're looking for houses, right, we want to, if we have an upgraded house on one side, we also want to find an upgraded house on the other side,
It's
right?
comparable.
We want this to be as comparable as possible, not one side. And look at this. The inside of this house is spectacular. This does not look like some cheap flip,
No.
right?
No.
If someone flipped
As
this,
families lived in this home,
Yeah.
does not look staged.
100%. I
Right.
mean, no flipper would put that grandiose chandelier there,
No.
right? It's pointless.
No.
This one was built in 1995
Okay.
Okay, I
in
can see
California.
that.
The one in Vegas was built in 2019.
Okay.
So this is a much older house, but it looks like they did some nice upgrades.
Someone's done some upgrades. Okay. So we found a house that's the same size, and in California, it's about $500,000 cheaper before factoring in things like property taxes, HOAs, things like that. Okay. Let's find a house that's of equal price to the one in Las Vegas, to the one in
I
California.
wanna see
So
this.
in Las Vegas, the home is $1 million, 999,000, whatever. It's $1 million home, right? In California, a home that's exactly the same price is now 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
I got the wrong one.
You get the wrong one? That's okay. I have it memorized in my head, right? You guys see that? I'm just blowing off that.
There it is.
So the house in California is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and we go from 2,800, 3,000 square feet all the way down to 1,320 square feet. You're also not going to get the same size backyard as you're going to see
Doesn't look
through
like there's
here,
a garage
right?
either.
And it's crazy how in California, I know $500,000 is a lot of money. So I'm not ever
Yeah.
going to sit here and pretend like it's not. It's just crazy how you can go from $1 million, get you basically a starter home.
Mhm.
And then at 1.5, you're getting more of what you're expecting for
Right.
$1 million,
Right.
right? You're getting that lavish $3,000 rebuild. As someone who works both California and Nevada, someone who's been licensed in both and done both, what are you seeing in the difference when it comes to homes like this?
What I've been seeing is that what you pay in Nevada is about 2/3, maybe a half to 2/3 of what you would pay in California.
Okay.
So you get way more value in Las Vegas than you do in California.
And Alexandra, you've done new builds. Would
Mm-hmm.
you say California new builds are something that the average person might be able to afford? Or is it something that maybe they'd be priced out of and it's more towards like a more established market?
I would say, are you talking single family? Are you
Yeah,
talking
just single family.
Single family? No, it's definitely something you're priced out of. If you're looking at multi-unit, well, not multi-unit, if you're looking at townhomes, condos, that is a starter, starter home, but they're not going to be west of the 5.
Yeah, which is crazy to say, but like I think that's the truth for a lot of people in California,
Yeah.
and we're starting to see it in Vegas.
And it's unfortunate for young families, for people that are working, that are
Sure.
earning a good income, and like they're either in carpools all day long trying to pick up and drop off or get your kid to daycare, and you're never home in your home, and that's hard to see.
Yeah, and I think that's a large reason why some people are going away from homes is because, hey, look, if I live in California, I'm never there. I'm either in traffic, in my car, driving here, driving there. I'm never actually in my home, right?
Right.
So, Bill, you did the favor for us in the audience of giving a financial breakdown. So if you're watching this on YouTube, take the time to pause on the screen. There's a lot of numbers on the screen, right? And I know this can intimidate and scare a lot of people. But one of the benefits is that you can pause the house, pause the screen, and take a look at what the actual numbers, right? So, Bill, you've broken it down by principal and interest, taxes, down payment, loan amount, list price, everything that they would need for a direct, like if we were doing a buyer's consultation, this is what you would present to them, right?
Correct.
So break down some of the numbers on the screen and help our audience understand what a lot of this means.
Yeah, so Las Vegas, you do break it down in regards to how much down payment, 10% down, that's the assumption across the board there. And then mortgage rates in both the same size house in California here and Las Vegas, it would be considered a jumbo mortgage.
Okay.
So 7.38 is a jumbo rate,
Okay.
as listed on Mortgage News Daily, great online resource. On the similar size house, it's in the high cost area, Los Angeles. And so that's actually a conforming interest rate. So it's a little bit lower. Then we take principal and interest. We estimate taxes. And in Las Vegas, real estate taxes are very low. This is actually a higher tax rate in Las Vegas because it's a fairly new home built in 2019. But if you buy a home that's 2000, 2005, 1999, it's
1947.
it's far less.
Okay.
So to recap, essentially you take homeowners insurance, mortgage insurance, HOA fees into consideration. The $1 million home in Las Vegas around $7,431 versus the same size house in California, $11,632.
So if I want
That's a lifestyle.
that's crazy.
That's a lot.
That's a lifestyle.
That's a
change.
mortgage payment in it.
That's
in and of
48.
itself.
That's
a lot.
almost $50,000 a year. You're saving for the same size house 3 hours away.
Yeah.
Right. And what are we paying for a house that's the same price?
The
California?
same price.
Yeah.
About the same.
Sure.
$7,500. And part of the reason there is you got a little bit lower interest rate and
there's higher
that's the big thing.
taxes. So with
The
a lower
taxes make a
interest
big
rate,
difference.
you have a little bit more taxes, things like that. So which is interesting.
Well, look at this. So if you guys notice, there's no HOA fee for the same price house in Los Angeles. Even without an HOA fee, even with a lower interest rate, the same price house in California is still more expensive than that priced house in Las
Unbelievable.
Vegas. That's without HOA.
Yep.
That's if you had equal interest rates and equal HOA, would you say that house of equal price would be what? $150, $200 more in California versus here? So even if I'm $1 million in Las Vegas and then $1 million, what's the old joke about what weighs more, a pound of rocks or a pound of feathers? It's the same thing. That doesn't apply to real estate. $1 million home in Las Vegas is directly cheaper than $1 million home in California.
100%. And income-wise, to qualify for that on the same size house, you have to make a lot of money.
A lot more money.
A lot more money. Now, granted, interest rates will likely drop, and there will be people who will refinance to get a lower payment, but that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
And the average person, the average homeowner is looking at this now and going, God, I can't afford to live in California, and some are just moving here now.
Well, it started in 2020, but it has really started to pick up. And one of the things is that real estate, as you can see with these numbers, it's like a cycle. It goes up, it goes down, and we get this act where people say, "Oh, the rates are low, now prices are too high," right? And then they go, "Oh, well, prices are low, well, now the rates are too high." It's like this endless cycle of goldfish, where everybody's brains have like a 15-second span, and everything feels like goldfish. Don't you agree, Alexandra?
Goldfish. I have a sad story.
It sounds like an animal fact of the day.
It is. I mean, where it's really important to find a goldfish for your house, I killed our son's goldfish.
PETA, I'm not in this episode. PETA, I'm not in this episode. I'm Brandon from Los Angeles right now.
I don't have a fact. I just wanted to come clean.
Wow.
It was sad. His name was Doey.
Let's all say a silent 5-second prayer for Doey.
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 But
You were a
here's what
great
happened.
goldfish.
Here's what happened. My son put all of the food into the bowl, all of it. So Doey couldn't breathe. So there was it was in one big food cloud, and I panicked. So I took Doey out of the cloud, the water.
With your hands?
Yeah, and put him in another bowl. But the water that he was in, because it's cold, it's January, the water was cold, and I put him into a warm, not hot, warm bowl. And the temperature shocked him.
Wow.
Oh, rest
Are
in
you
peace to
missing Doey
Doey.
now?
I miss Doey.
Well, guess what? Most people watching this are going through what Doey's going through. You're renting a house, and your landlord is just pouring so much crap on top of you that you can't breathe.
Yeah.
So you go from one apartment, from one rental to the next rental until the price is too expensive. And what happens? Your ass gets shocked. Don't be Doey. Don't die in your bowl. You're going to be like Bill.
That's good.
Or have your landlord change the temperature on
Or
you.
change the temperature on you. That's right. We are here to help you guys. We are going to keep doing these comparisons for you guys constantly, right? We want to entertain you, but we mainly want to educate you guys. So if you need to run your numbers, which is what most of you need to do, I've spoken to so many new home buyers. Most of you just need to get your numbers. Bill will do that for free. Bill, tell them how.
Go to BillGaylord.com. You can schedule a time on my calendar. It's usually about a 30, 45-minute consult. And we just run the numbers. We listen to where your situation is, income, assets, credit, and we just put together a game plan for you so you can get into a home.
And how much would it cost for this to happen?
It's really free. There's nothing.
Wait, sorry.
Free.
All right. Hold on, my bad. It's been a long day. You said free?
Free.
Free.
It's
Nothing.
free. Nothing.
But no, you're secretly at the end of the conversation going to be like, this was $50.
No.
Free.
Free.
No matter how long I talk to you.
Free. Someone asked me today, do I do this and I don't pay you anything? I go, no, you don't pay me anything. Well, how do you get paid? Well, guess what? If you do buy a house, then I do get paid when you buy a house. But up until then,
you only get paid when they get what they want.
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct.
Guys, you need to know this. As your buyer's agent, I am free. As your lender, Bill is free. We only get paid when you get what you want. So it is very essential for us to make sure that you get what you want. Don't be afraid to run your numbers. Bill will do it for absolutely free. His information will be in the description in the video. We have it in the comments, everywhere for you guys to reach out to him. Get yourself pre-approved for free. Alexandra, don't call her Alex. How do they find you?
Alexandra, there we go. It's up. Alexandra Harbushka. Come find me. Give me any goldfish tips, guys. Goldfish tips. Maybe I should get a beta.
Yeah, give her some. If you guys have tips on how to keep goldfish alive, leave it in the comments. We want to hear from you. There's a murderer on the loose, so I'm not going to talk too loudly. She might put some food in my bowl, right? I'm not going to risk it over here. I'm Brandon from Vegas. You guys can reach me literally anywhere. If you go to Google and just type in Brandon from Vegas, it's right here on my shirt, right here on the hoodie. Just type this into Google. Everything will pop up. There's a real estate contact form where you guys can reach me directly. It'll be all over my YouTube. If you watch me on TikTok or Instagram, it's in my bio there. If you follow me on Zillow, Realtor, Facebook, you'll see my real estate contact form. We want to work with you guys directly. So if you guys have any questions on lending, the cost of houses, leave it in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you guys. But the most important thing is that you guys get your free pre-approval with Bill. See where you guys are at financially so we can get you guys started. Bill, Alexandra, don't call her Alex. It was great to have you guys again
You
today.
called her Alex today.
No, I don't remember that, and no one else does either. We're going to have Robert edit that out of the video. It's not going to exist after this post. Thank you guys for your time. Audience, thank you guys for watching. And as always, won't you be my neighbor?